moves inside, decides to go long. Cramry's the man. Ryder's there as well. Off the hands. Davey! Front and square. Great roving.
A 67-point win over Brisbane consolidated Essendon's position in the top 4 after 6 rounds and has some pundits talking up the chances of the Bombers enjoying a double chance at season's end. But it's an even workload across the board that has drawn applause internally.
Mel Chambers got it down beautifully, almost to Stanton. Now Heppel, as Dermott said, been standing there for 10 minutes. No one went to him, off hands. Another chance, Melksham, goal Bombers. Too loose. The good players are getting clear for Essendon.
We did what Hurdy asked. There's a few patches there where we started to get a little bit forward of the ball and chase a few kicks, but we just wanted to keep playing to the game plan, and that's what happened in the end, and we were able to capitalise on really strangling them. So it was good. If we're going to evolve into a mature, successful club, you've really got to beat the teams that are below you. And today there's no excuse if we had to come out and lost to a side below us after our previous 2 weeks.
No 15, play on, says the umpire. Paddy Ryder's got it, left foot kick inboard. Lonigan, no one will go near this man.
Kicking 8 goals at the first quarter was really good, and I think the most pleasing thing was they had 5 goals at half time. We kept them to 8, so that was the main thing. We knew we were probably going to get enough goals in the end. It was just trying to limit their chances.
That's on, and the Bomber fans are going berserk here at Etihad Stadium. Paddy Ryder right in the action.
Yeah, he doesn't mind a little bit every now and then, Paddy. Might be a little hole in his pocket after that, but he's got plenty of money, so he'll be right. But yeah, it's good that he sticks up for each other, and we look after each other. Essendon Footy Club, we love each other, we're good mates, so good on him.
Coming up against West Coast, you're going to need your best. I think next week we'll get a few players back again from soft tissue injuries, so we'll have their good match committee this week, which will be nice.
Their press is probably the best in the AFL at the moment. Undefeated, got some great young players. They play big grounds well, so it'll be good to get them on a smaller ground and see how they go, with their running game. But we're fit enough, and we'll be right.
For Travis Collier, his first appearance of the season came dressed in the dreaded subs vest.
It's probably best to stay a bit warm anyway in case something does happen. Exactly. So you're just sitting there. All right, get up and down. We don't get one injury and then you start to stay off the whole time, right? Let's go, Trevi. Hey, Trevi, you get yours, yeah? I reckon you'll be coming on in a minute. Dempsey. Sub Dempsey, yep. Sub Dempsey. Do it, officially do it?
Yeah,
yep.
Yep. Debs on the phone. Courtney Dempsey is having a rest due to coming back from injury, obviously. He's just been substituted.
Good luck,
Get Hooksy on the round. Get Paddy off.
He's starting to look the goods. There are not many clubs that have a bloke sitting third in line who've come up and done what this bloke's doing at the moment. Yeah, he's still only 22 years of age as the Bombers go through the centre. Cremery back on the ground, gets the handball going. Here it goes. Chance for Collier. Listen to the Bomber fans, they'll tell the story. Oh, that's what they say. It's a point. The Bombers have got home by a lazy 67 points. 19-15.
Diff. Did well when he came on, bros.
Yeah, I couldn't see anything.
Yeah, when I was...
I got in that first tackle, head hit the ground, and it was just like...
You go all blurred, don't you?
Yeah, It was good to get back out there first game for today. You can help the boys out on the bench, and you can see where we're going right and where we're going wrong. I think I almost go too fast for it, because obviously everyone's a bit more tired and they're sort of falling off. So it's kind of a fine balance between pushing too hard and playing your role and what the team want.
Angus Momfries is our studio guest this week. Now, life's pretty good when you're in the top 4, even if you are a sub.
Yeah, it is. I think, we're 5-1 at the moment, and we're playing some pretty good footy, and looking forward to playing West Coast this weekend. How
is it when you go into a game knowing that you're going to be the substitute? Have you been through that?
Yeah, I've been through both ends, the green vest and the red vest. The red vest probably not as good, but no, I think if you're a green vest, you just got to sort of wait there, and when you get on, just try to make an impact and help your side out.
You're part of a forward line that's averaging 15 goals a game. Is that enough to win footy each week, do you think?
Yeah, I think obviously it's great to score, but you've got to try to limit what the opposition can score as well. And, we're going to try to do that every week.
You brought up 150 goals for your career this season. It's not a bad achievement.
Yeah, it was nice. Little milestones along the way. I think I kicked it on Anzac Day too, which was a big occasion to do it.
You're a really good set shot. We know you're pretty accurate. What do you put that down to?
No, I think you got to put the time in during the week, and you try to get out there and have as many set shots as you can during the week and just work on it.
Has that always been the case, even in juniors?
Yeah, I think I did a lot of work with Scotty Lucas and Matty Lloyd when they're at the footy club, and sort of carried that on since they've left.
Well, the forward line functions better when you have both Stuart Crameri and Michael Hurley in it. Crameri leads the way with 16 goals, but he threw the bench into a spin against Brisbane and still looked a bit proppy earlier in the week. How's he doing ahead of this weekend?
Yeah, Stewie's been tracking along very nicely, and I think he should be right for the weekend.
Such a physical presence in the forward line. How do you cope if he's not there?
Yeah, I think, especially with Hurls out as well at the moment, Stewie creates a contest and really gets the ball to if he doesn't mark, he brings the ball to the front and allows the Crummers to do their work.
So Michael Hurley won't play against the Eagles?
I'm not too sure. So Hurls is sort of tracking along as well, so we'll see how he goes.
They're both physical presence. What's it like playing in the forward line with these guys? There's a lot of hustle and bustle between those as the forwards, and then you've got to slip in there and pick up where you can.
Hard to get a kick sometimes. They're the big focal points down there, but they do their job really well, and we just try to get to their feet and take the scraps that they don't take.
5-1 at this point in the season. Does it make the week easier when you're in that position? The pressure's kind of off at the moment.
Yeah, I don't think you can, it's always a pressure sort of environment at a footy club, but, you certainly do enjoy yourself more when you're 5-1 and you're winning games of footy.
And then that means that externally there's a lot more focus on you. I think this week in particular, the Bombers have been spoken about a lot in terms of grand finals and top four. How do you block that out and remain focused?
Yeah, you definitely don't want to get carried away with, how we're going. We're playing a side this week that's 6-0, so they're going really well, and it's going to be a great game on the weekend.
Each round, your opinion via essendonfc.com.au decides the True Value Bomber of the week. The round 6 nominations are the ever-popular Dustin Fletcher answering the fans' call to unload a torp with the goals only just in view.
Look at the Essendon bench. Behind the goals, they're bowing to him.
Come on, Dustin.
He's pointing to the goal square.
In he goes. Winds up. It wasn't straight, but it was long. It was 80.
Alwyn Davey and his goal-kicking masterclass.
So here we go. There's a vapor trail. Davey, if he can get going, he'll leave one. Onto the left boot. No look goal. If you don't mind, Davey! Alwyn Davey.
And the welcome return of Courtney Dempsey's defensive pressure across half-back.
And get to Dempsey. Get to Dempsey. That was his goal, no doubt. Chased 4 times to create the tackle. Ball was going over his head, left and right. Didn't give up the chase. And that is the reason why Essendon were able to score another fantastic goal.
Congratulations to Michael Lenvey. You correctly selected Alwyn Davey as this week's winner. Your name is now in the season-ending draw for the True Value Solar Energy System, valued at $3,000. See essendonfc.com.au for full terms and conditions. Up next, the Bombers turn back the clock and turn up the heat on the Eagles.
Look at Kevin Sheedy. If he kicks a point, the Bombers still a chance. If he kicks a goal, it'll be very difficult for Essendon. So there's the kick. It's out to the right. I think he's missed. Also still in it with a chance, the Bombers. One kick can put them in front.
Turn the clock back to round 16, 1993. Essendon were 7th on the ladder versus West Coast, who were 6th, and the reigning premiers from the year before. So yeah, it was a pretty big game for us at the Essendon Footy Club.
They had a lot of very, very good players, established, experienced champions in their side. We had, by contrast, a good, solid core leadership group with Bomber and Mark Harvey, myself, Gary O'Donnell, Michael Long. Then a mid-range, they got the Buicks and the Grenvols, these sorts of guys. Dean Wallace, some ordinary players, but certainly some great characters.
See Hines doing the ruck work. Chance for the Eagles now, but taken away by Fletcher. Big chance for the Bombers. This could be their last hurrah. As coming away with it is Hills. Now the racehorse. Buick. He backed himself in. On the left foot, he brings it to the half-forward line. Some pushing. Oh, great mark. Wallace.
Dewey kicked it to me, took a marks. I turned around and I kicked the ball towards Paul Salmon's area, and Djakovic, who'd been playing on, who'd actually dominated the game on Fish, and Fish hadn't really touched the ball all day. Give away a free kick.
30 seconds of play left. He was definitely held by the jumper.
I was a goal-kicking mess leading up to that game. I think I'd only kicked about 1 goal, 12 or 13 in the preceding few games, and I just had this feeling it was a good chance. And I kicked the footy and it was a pretty wonky. It wasn't an end-over-end drop punt.
Paul Salmon has to kick this goal to put the Bombers in front. Salmon kicks. It's good. Bombers in front. They lead by 2 points. Look at Kevin Sheedy. And look at the look on the face of Paul Salmon. A pressure kick, and the big man was equal to the task.
It was a big day for the club. We had a bit of momentum going into the game, and Sheeds was starting to get a little bit confident. When I say confident, optimistic about our chances. He liked the youthfulness about our side, and he liked the way we were going about our football.
It's quite interesting that when he actually waved the jacket and looked across and gave us the meanest, dirtiest stare to someone in that direction, and history might say it might have been towards Mick Malthouse.
It's just wonderful to see, since that game, that both clubs engaged the waving of the jacket. I just think it's great symbolism for a wonderful contest, and we snuck through on the important one that year and won a premiership.
I have never seen Sheedy like that, except for those premierships in the 80s.
What a great performance, Roscoe.
The players are going up to the Essendon supporters, and Paul Salmon can't wipe the grin off his face.
What a great out-of-the-bag, very famous moment in Essendon's footballing history. And the club's rolling back the clock this weekend, urging all fans to bring a scarf or a beanie or something to wave at the end of the match, Angus.
Yeah, it'd be great to get a really, home feeler at Etihad this weekend, and, for all the Essendon supporters to bring their scarves and hats and jackets and do what Kevin did that famous day would be fantastic.
It's pretty unique, isn't it? It's not something that you see very often in sport, even, worldwide, doing something like that. Yeah,
it's a bit different. I think a couple of times we've played West Coast over there and been on the end of a loss, and, they all swing their jackets, so it's, it's a good sort of thing that's been going. How tough will it be to beat the top of the table Eagles? Yeah, it's going to be a hard game. They're a really good side and have been playing really well as well, so it's going to be a test, but hopefully we're up to it. What is it that's making them such a dominant side at the moment? I think their ruckman, Natanui and Cox, are really playing well, and just their ability to win the contested footy and then spread hard as well. They've also been the subject of a lot of controversy in the last couple of weeks regarding tackles. Have you guys practiced this week the techniques that everyone's talking about as to being able to stop them drawing free kicks? No, not really. It's nothing we've really talked about. I think, they're just sort of getting in hard and winning the free kicks, so I don't think there's too much in it. You've been, earlier in your career, were accused of staging for free kicks at various times. How difficult is it when people attack you in that way? Yeah, no, I think it's something that you need to look at, and obviously, I'm trying to change that and get that out of my game and play some consistent footy. Are they the flag favourites, do you think? Yeah, I think they'd have to be. 6-0, they're undefeated. They're probably the best side going around at the moment. Well, it's Mother's Day on the weekend, and your mum, Liz, I understand she's a big footy fan. Does she get to watch you play much? Yeah, she gets to over to a few games every now and again, and really enjoys her footy. So, happy Mother's Day for Mum on Sunday. I hope you have a great day. Do you talk footy with her? Does she give a rundown of how you've played from week to week? No, not really. I just get a text after a game saying, are you okay? So, she have a little bit of a chat every now and again, but she's been a great support over my career, and thank her a lot. Well, Angus, we've got the home truth question now, and it's from Phil, and it's about how you balance life as a professional AFL footballer with study. Yep. I guess it's something, I've been doing for a while, is doing a Bachelor of Journalism, and I guess it's, something little, like one day a week I head out there and go to uni, and I think, having something outside of your life other than footy can only help you. So what's your dream job as a journo when all this finishes? I'd love to one day be in your seat there, Sarah, hosting the Bomber Show. That'd be great. The Hangar. Maybe I might get sacked at your expense. That it would be good. We look forward to, of course,
seeing your journalistic career after your football career, and well done to Phil. He wins a $500 Antler prize pack. Now, we've just got a question just in, and it's another Home Truth question from Andrew. And it's actually Andrew Bogut. He is asking you if he still goes buck hunting.
If he still goes buck hunting?
If you still go buck hunting.
Nah, it was just a bit of an inside joke. Bogey was good enough to come out last year, and I was silly enough to ask the question whether he'd been buck hunting, obviously playing for the Milwaukee Bucks, but he's since moved clubs, so I don't think that question's too relevant anymore.
And he's a big Bombers fan, we know that. Well, hopefully for his sake and for yours, the Bombers have a great game this weekend against the West Coast Eagles. Thanks for joining us.
No worries.
Fletch and I have known each other since I was about 12, and yeah, we were good mates during primary school, and then obviously as your career grows, and I went overseas for 7 years, you sort of don't see each other as much, but I've obviously kept a keen eye on his career, and very proud of the association. It's such an honour to come here and help celebrate Fletcher's 37th. Obviously he doesn't know, and I don't reckon he'd be too happy, to be honest. But the cake's got a little milk chocolate and passion fruit on the inside, and we shaped it up like a bomber. We've got an artist named Peter Wegner to help us, really well-known local artist, and we shaped it up, moulded it, and then basically just sprayed it with some white chocolate over the top to give it that silver look, to try and get it as close to the emblem as possible.
Happy birthday to you! Happy birthday, dear Happy birthday, mate. Happy birthday. Good, buddy. Good.
At school, he was basically, he was always one of the boys. He wasn't, I suppose, academically gifted, you could say, but he was always there for you as a mate, and I think that's my fondest memory of him. And he was, look, at times he played up a bit, which was all part of the fun at Essendon Grammar, but we all remember him being an absolute freak at any sport. I remember tennis, for instance. The guy just wiped me off the court playing tennis with him. So I think he could have been anything as a sports person, but obviously being in the blood, he was always going to be a bomber.
So young bloke.
Fletch and I were talking about that. Yeah, this is the young one, Hendricks.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
Is Essendon, mate? Is he Essendon?
Hey, you got a birthday card for Fletch, haven't you? Which is the birthday card for Fletch? Oh, hang on.
It's both.
Oh, both?
Both? Oh, good boy. Thank you. What's your name? Good man. Thank you.
Oh, thanks, man.
Okay.
Speak to you soon.
Do you draw that?
Mate. Definitely.
Yeah.
Thanks, mate.
Yes.
Yeah. And is that the footy?
No worries, mate.
Oh, good boy. And what's this?
And that's where you kick the ball.
Oh, good boy.
That's your ball.
Man, kick a goal there?
Yes.
Ah, good fella. Good boy.
So home games at the MCG this year, I'll be catering for the top tier of the members when they come and have 3 courses at the ground before the game, which is exciting, and then at half-time doing a few meat pies and things, a few lamingtons, and trying to, I suppose, instill that food is important at a footy game, and it's a bit of a celebration, not only just coming to see the game itself, but the build-up to the game is really important.
Still to come, the search for Australia's next top mascot.
And the winner is...
Hey, Skip Thompson here from Kia. Here's how Jason Winderlich remembers his time as a rookie.
G'day, Licker. How are you, mate?
Good, Skip.
That's good. Look, now, as you know, Kia, it's our rookie year. Yep. And so I just want to know if you could tell us about your rookie year.
Yeah, I got drafted at the end of 2002, so 2003 was my first year here at the Bombers, and being a mad Essendon kid growing up, I absolutely was thrilled to get drafted here. Such a nerve-wracking experience though. I reckon for the first probably 1 or 2 months I was daydreaming. At training I wasn't really working that hard, I was more just barracking and watching training almost while I was out there.
A little bit overwhelming.
Yeah.
What about your first game? What was that like? Was that nerve-wracking?
Yeah, it was. Like growing up, I'm used to playing on grounds with people with the utes backed up to the fence tooting horns when there's a goal.
Yeah,
and then
the old country game.
Yeah, and then the first game I played was against Richmond at the MCG. It was Lloydie's 150th, so there was about 75,000 there.
When you're a rookie, are there any tricks played on the boys? You know, is there any sort of...
Probably something that I can't repeat on camera, but just the old deep heat and the jocks. That's a good one. Like,
no.
That's generally a funny one.
Thank you so much, big fella.
Thanks, mate. Ta.
Cheers. Go Bombers!
was brought here from overseas to bring some new ideas, best practices, innovations, things that we've done in North America that could apply to AFL football. I think it's probably safe to say that the US are the world leaders in mascots, if there's such a thing, and it was exciting to me to think that maybe we could bring that sort of that fun and that passion, that atmosphere over to Essendon. We're talking about reaching tens of thousands of kids out through our community programs, and we need to have an in-house person that can be out at all those events and interacting with as many kids as possible. And so the only way to do that is really to have somebody hired internally.
My name is Scott Hessington, and I'm a mascot from the United States. I've been doing this for over 16 years. We keep our identities secret, primarily because the less that people know who you are, the more you're likely to do. Something about when people know who you are, you have inhibitions to perform, to do crazy things. What we do in the costume, we would never do out of the costume because we'd be in jail. We've had applicants submit resumes and videos to get to this point, and those have been narrowed down to 5 people, which are here today for the audition process. Are you ready? Cue music. Here we go. Let's see it. Like if we talk about the whole process, he was very eager, certainly willing to learn and professional.
He's definitely a leader. He has that kind of element of I got this, I'll take this and run with it. He's almost there, needs a bit more time. If this is what he wants to do as a career, I think he's got it. The talent is there. He's just going to need time to let it grow.
I'm glad they made it hard on us, but it really comes down to your choice.
Australia's next top mascot is... Bunny number 2.
This has been a Fox Footy production.